Hello and welcome to an energy medicine session that focuses on relieving you from headaches, upper body tension, intrusive thoughts, limiting beliefs, and aligns you with ease, joy, and your highest, most healed self. My name is Sarah. I'm a nurse and certified BodyTalk practitioner. I love energy medicine and spend a lot of time studying it so that I can share it with you. Please find a comfortable place where you can relax, feeling yourself supported as you snuggle in and get comfortable. Make sure that in this time you won't be disturbed. Take a nice, slow, deep breath in, pausing at the top before you sigh it out. Becoming completely present in this moment. Allowing what might have happened throughout the course of your day to fall away gently. Taking another slow, deep breath in. Pausing at the top. And sigh it out. Releasing all of the worries of the future, the things that you have to do or that you feel like maybe you should do after this session is over. Allowing them to melt away, becoming beautifully present in this moment, here and now. Taking one more nice deep breath in. Pausing at the top, feeling the body filled with prana, with life force energy, with air, and sigh it out, releasing what the body no longer needs. With your eyes closed, I want you to imagine the color red or an object that is red. Begin to engage your senses. Allow whatever comes to your mind to be explored with curiosity. It's perfect. There's no wrong. As you explore the color red in either its raw form or as an object, notice what you feel. Is there a weight to it or a temperature that you can reach out? Take a deep breath in and smell this color red or the object and notice how your body responds. Observe. What is the shade of red? What is the object, if any? If you imagine yourself in this scene, do you see it from a third-person view? Or do you look down and see it as if you were looking out of your own eyes? What are you wearing? How does it feel on your skin? Looking back up at the color red, or the object that is red. Allow it to fade away and be replaced with the color orange. Begin to curiously explore the color orange, again engaging your senses one by one, noticing what you feel, what you can touch, how it feels, the temperature, the texture, the weight, if any. Noticing the shade or the color that you see, any smells or taste that you can associate with it. Engaging these subtle senses, activating different areas of the brain and allowing it to shift into an observing state. Allow the color orange or the object to fade away and be replaced with the color yellow. Begin to explore with all of your senses once again, anew. Allow the color yellow to fade away and be replaced with the color green. Noticing what shifts as the color green or the object that is green comes in. How the senses respond. Allow the color green to fade away and be replaced with the color blue. Begin to explore it curiously. Allow the color blue to fade away and be replaced by the color purple. Allow the color purple to fade away and be replaced with the color violet. Allow the color violet to fade away and imagine yourself in a place of nature where you feel happy, relaxed. Really put yourself there in your imagination, feeling the air on your skin, the ground beneath your feet, noticing what you hear, taking a deep breath in of the air, noticing the smells, the quality. Begin to explore this place in nature within your imagination. Maybe there's a path that opens up. Perhaps you dive into water. Perhaps you begin to fly. The laws of physics do not apply here. Allow your imagination to take you on a short adventure into this place in nature, engaging all of your senses, feeling free, light, curious. As you explore this place in nature, imagine a place where you can completely relax, where your mind is quiet and at ease, your body is supported, your emotions flow with gentleness, where you can connect to your spirit, your higher wisdom. And as you settle into this place within your nature scene, feel your body respond as it relaxes even further, relaxing deeper. Your breathing slowed, your body calm. This is where I will begin to use the BodyTalk protocol chart to use neuromuscular or muscle checking to establish yeses and nos as I navigate this map. This is a group session. It is timeless. Whenever you hear it, it is perfect, and you may be surprised that as I navigate for a collective or for a group, the session begins to feel like it's just for you. And that's because we're all connected. So within the BodyTalk protocol, our first priority is going to be releasing an active memory. And when we go through experiences in life, we create memories of those experiences. Some of them are pleasant, some of them may bring up unpleasant feelings or sensations, some of them may be neutral. Those memories that are neutral, where we're like, oh yes, I remember that, but the body does not chemically respond, that is a healthy storage of a memory. Regardless of if the sensation is pleasant or not pleasant, memory should not be stored with an active chemical response from the body. So moving further into releasing this active memory, it is around an event with a past relationship. And the past relationship has to do with a person in a caregiver role. Maybe this was someone who was caregiving you. Perhaps this is you caregiving someone else. However this applies, it will come up. Typically, most people will have an idea right now, and I will say, yes, that is absolutely what it is. So just see what comes up for you. And if nothing is coming up right away, just allow this to unfold with the same curiosity that you used as you were exploring the colors. There was no attachment. We're just seeing what comes through and how. This particular active memory is giving me a location detail, meaning it's showing me what part of the body is being activated when memories of this person, maybe it's the self in the caregiver role or the caregiver is coming through and activating this. And that's within the thalamus. The thalamus is part of the limbic brain, which is our emotional processing brain. The role of the thalamus is it's this big hub exchange for information. So the senses bring information in and our brain fills in the blanks to allow us to have the perspective of each and every situation that we experience with our five senses. So any experience outside of us, anything we see, hear, touch, taste, smell. This is particularly around the sense of hearing, what we hear. Maybe we are able to hear what's not spoken. Maybe we hear the intent. Maybe we hear, maybe we're tired of hearing something. However that's coming through for you, just begin to explore that. And then there is a consciousness or an energy of awareness. So we're bringing that awareness in. And it's with that awareness, then we become in control of how we respond. This is going to link into an energy that is being held within the pituitary gland and is requiring a balance to allow you to tap into that deep knowing that's very quiet centered. It's like the peaceful warrior, the ninja. They don't get swayed. They have that very deep knowing, deep purpose, that deep connection. There is an emotion of fear here that is going to be balanced. We need a certain amount of fear. There's a healthy balance of fear. Too much fear and we become in a fight, flight, freeze, fawn cycle. Not enough fear and we can become reckless. And so there needs to be that balance. It's healthy within balance. All things in moderation. This is linking now into the throat. And there is this external influence of a time where you were unable to speak up for yourself or you felt very defenseless. And I'm hearing, it doesn't matter what I say, it's not going to change anything. Perhaps that was that aha moment of that caregiver person, whether it is you or outside of you. Bringing that up right now to the forefront, to the awareness. I want you to place a hand on your heart. Taking a deep breath in, releasing it. And with your other hand, I want you just to start to tap over your head. Allow this relationship, this story, these memories to begin to play within the mind. Bringing up any sensations and just sitting with them. You're not trying to change them. You're just observing them. Breathing. Perhaps there is something that you want to say, and you can imagine that this person will hear you. They will be receptive. Perhaps there's something that you need to hear from them. And I want you to imagine that process happening as you begin to now tap right over your hand that's over your heart. Taking a breath. Don't forget to breathe. And then tap over the belly, just allowing this all to play out. Take a nice big deep breath in, breathing from the base of your spine all the way to the top of your head, feeling the chest rise with the hand on it, heart opening up. Pause, and then just release that breath, feeling the body ground down. One more just like that, breathing from the base of the spine all the way up to the top of the head. Pause, and then release that breath, letting it wash down over the body, over the face, down the throat, washing away that energy, down the shoulders, the chest, the abdomen, down the legs. And you can stop tapping and just relax back into your receptive state, noticing any shifting that may be occurring. As you relax back, our second formula is going to be balancing your environment. And when we balance the environment, we're not changing the environment itself, we're changing how we connect with and perceive the environment. And this particularly is a vivaxis, which is a life axis. It's a cord of energy. This particular vivaxis is a body vivaxis. So a body vivaxis, as it comes up, is this body part's way of communicating and how it affects the rest of the body based on the communications. And we are looking at one of the cervical vertebrae, and it is C4. There are some emotions that are influencing this. This is again all internal. And it's the emotion of guilt, of repressed anger, of bitterness. And generally, I just feel a bottling up of emotions, like stuffing tears down, like you will not cry, you will not show weakness. Now is not the time. There's just this stuffing down. There is an influence that's coming in as a supportive resource, and that is the metal element. Within Chinese medicine, the metal element is represented by our lungs and our large intestines, and overall brings the message of taking life in and releasing what no longer serves you. And we do this with every breath. We take in oxygen and we release carbon dioxide. And as we broaden that perspective, we take in life experiences. And those people and places and things that don't support us, we let them go to make room for that which will. At times, for whatever reason, we aren't able to let go or move through or have that release. And that's that stuffing up. So this metal element is coming in to create that movement, that taking in and letting go. And there's this ease and grace and aspect to it that you don't have to be in control of. You get to be a part of it without having to control it or do anything. It is. There is a further support that we're going to bring in to balance this axis energy through C4, and that is the reciprocal or partner energy of C4 and its reciprocal, which is lumbar 2. Lumbar 2 is heavily influenced by childhood pain. There is a link here to the organs that the fourth lumbar vertebrae, the nerves that move through it off of the spinal cord, they innervate the stomach, the abdomen, the appendix, which is part of the large intestine. Again, that metal element of letting go. And the upper legs, the groin area, the quads. And there is if you've been having cramping in your upper legs, this will help to balance that out as well, physically. So to balance this, we're going to place a hand on the back of the neck. And as I explained this formula to you, there could be aspects of childhood pain coming up, or the times where you bottled up your emotions. It wasn't the right time or place, or you weren't with the right person to be able to share them. Perhaps you didn't feel safe being vulnerable. But right now you are safe. You are with yourself. And your adult self has tools that your childhood self did not have. And we're going to share those tools now, allowing any feelings of guilt or anger or bitterness, any bottled up emotions. Placing your other hand over your abdomen, I just want you to begin to gently agitate the abdomen. Breathing, and then start to tap over the abdomen. And we're reconnecting and strengthening the axis energy between C4 and L2 and all of the areas that are innervated from those nerves. Taking a nice big deep breath in, releasing it. Bringing your hand up to your heart to begin to tap over your heart. Breathing out. And then tapping over your head. Breathing. Maybe you start to feel like you want to move your neck a little bit. Perhaps you feel a release. Rolling your neck out. You can relax your hands, relax your body. Notice any shifts, subtle or otherwise. And our final formula, the first priority that's coming up is the switching technique within BodyTalk. What this does is it resets your stress threshold. And it resets it to a healthy level. If our stress threshold is too high, perhaps we've overly physically tax the body before we slow down and take a break, and then we're more apt to get sick, to get run down, to get injured. The body will force us to slow down. Or if, on the other hand, that stress threshold ceiling is too low, we can find ourselves feeling very listless and apathetic. We have really no get up and go. We're overwhelmed at the thought of doing anything, let alone actually having the wherewithal, the energy to do it. And so we're bringing this into a very healthy state where the body is heard. We take breaks. We honor ourselves physically by resting, eating, drinking, going to the bathroom when we need to. And we also have a higher ceiling to be able to engage with life. Perhaps we were in that burnout mode, and now we're able to come out of it. This is going to link into the lymphatic. I want to say pump, but pump is not the correct word. The lymph system doesn't have a pump, but it has diaphragms that as we breathe create a vacuum effect that pulls the lymph fluid through the lymphatic vessels. And this particular diaphragm is at the cheekbones, the zygoma. You can maybe put your fingers there and kind of feel your cheekbones. And we're particularly bringing awareness to the upper nodes, the upper lymph nodes, allowing them to be flushed. These are particularly also the cerebrospinal fluid around the brain, the sinuses, the facial sinuses, the lymph nodes in front of and behind the ear, the tonsils, the lymph nodes along the jawline, down the sides of the neck, and along the collarbones. And the job of the lymph is twofold. We are focusing on the role of the lymph of cleansing and detoxing the body, of creating a pristine internal environment for us. This is linking to the diaphragm within the lymph that's within the pelvic floor. And as we breathe, these diaphragms, like I said, create this vacuum, but they do that as you breathe in, your body almost acts like an accordion, and it opens up with the inhale. And as you exhale, that accordion closes. And the movement of that opening and that closing moves those diaphragms enough to create that suction, to clear, to draw the lymph up the vessels and through the nodes. So if there's stiffness in any of those diaphragms, then those nodes aren't getting the proper suction. So we're really focusing on balancing those diaphragms and then bringing that balance down into those nodes. And the pelvic floor diaphragm is really responsible for the lower nodes, but we're especially looking at the ones behind the knees and within the groin area and the abdomen. There is a link. Now we're bringing in the role of the kidneys. And our kidneys are so incredible. They filter all of our blood every hour. Every hour, all of the blood within our body has been filtered. The lymph has been cleared out. What's no longer serving us has gone into the bladder to be released. Perhaps it's been put into circulation to be processed in another way through sweat, spit, breath, all of the ways that the body gets rid of the accumulated toxins within us that we eat, breathe, drink, are exposed to, people, places, things. And we have this beautiful built-in cleansing, this beautiful built-in detox that we don't have to do anything. It does it for us. And there's this flushing and cleaning concept that's coming through. It's like you're getting this scrub on the inside. This is going to link to a BodyTalk technique known as hydration. And this is the water within the body linking to the nervous system, how the body is utilizing the water. We are over 70% water. And that water is impacted by numerous factors, but this is specifically how the nervous system is impacting that internal water. There's this osmotic shift that's happening. You may find throughout the rest of your day after you've listened to this session and received this healing that you find yourself more thirsty, or perhaps you're not drinking anymore, but you find yourself really releasing a lot of urine. It's okay. It's part of the body creating that balance and the shift to support our intention. So let's balance this out. You're going to do this by bringing 2 fingers and just placing them very gently over your eyes, feeling the weight of the fingers without pressing. You may feel the eyes begin to rest and sink back into that eye hammock. Maybe you start to see some really cool colors, shapes, like stars. I want you to breathe very, very deeply here, feeling that accordion effect. As you breathe in, the body opens and grows taller. And as you breathe out, the body contracts on itself, releasing the suction. As you breathe in, drawing the body up, opening the diaphragms, creating suction to move the lymph, to detox the body. And as you release, releasing what no longer serves you. One more. Nice big deep breath in and out. Now bring your fingers down to your collarbones. And in the very middle of your collarbones, you're going to come off of the collarbones onto the chest muscle. You'll be roughly 3 fingers below the collarbone in the middle of it. As you begin to massage this muscle, you may notice that it's a little bit tight. There may be a little bit of pain there. One side may be more tight than the other. Or perhaps it just feels good. You're like, no, it doesn't feel tight, but it feels good. All of these are welcome. And anything else that I didn't mention. Just beginning to massage those points. This is the kidney reflex point, and it is a spot within the body where several meridians intersect one another. So there's several energetic points that we are resetting with this massaging of this one point. Taking a nice slow deep breath in again, feeling that body expand with the inhale. And release, feeling the body contract, releasing what no longer serves with the exhale. Let's do that a couple more times. Release the massage and begin to tap over the top of your head. Breathing in and out, feeling the tapping, the waves of energy as the body creates space to release, to invite in what will serve you, what will make you feel peaceful, clear-headed, safe, supported. Tapping over your heart now. Feeling that quiet, deep knowing within the center of the heart. Tapping over the stomach, allowing it to feel settled. Allow yourself to relax and just notice how you feel. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, taking a deep breath, taking a nice big deep stretch, maybe rolling the neck out. As you blink open your eyes and you come back into the here and now. Thank you so much for allowing me to facilitate this session for you. I would love to hear how it went for you if you'd leave a comment. And have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.